Hello everybody and welcome back to another Memes Not Meta deck profile, and as you probably noticed, it's been quite a while since we've posted our last profile. A couple things have happened over the past year and a half, as we all know, and now with the return to in-person tournaments, we're excited to announce the team is back. We're better than ever, and we're excited to post some fantastic deck profiles. And by fantastic, I mean absolute meme deck profiles that are sure to help you win your local tournaments. And by that, I am completely joking. But they are really fun deck profiles. Some of these are more viable than others. I have one today that I've constructed for our first in-person tournament, and we have a couple others later this summer that, well, you can take them to locals, but I'm not sure how well you'll do, but you're going to have a fun time. Isn't that right, Aiden?
Oh, of course. It's great to be back, and hopefully everyone enjoys.
Yeah, we're great to be back. So Andrew here with Aiden, and we're going to be showing off one of the new profiles our team has made over the past year, and this one is my personal list, and it is Numerons. And Numerons are at an interesting place in the current ban list. As we know, we have no Zexal anymore, which is big sad. But I think the deck is still very fun and also very monkey brain to play. So if you're looking for something to just pick up and can win and steal a couple games, I think it's a good deck. And it's pretty basic as well, so let's get right into it. It's going to be pretty quick. So first up, you got to play. You don't actually play a whole lot of Numeron cards in this deck because you don't need a whole lot to do the combo. First one, Numeron Wall, very good card. Basically, if you control no monsters, you send the card from your hand to the graveyard and you immediately activate the field spell from the deck. Very good card. It also has a second effect that ends the battle phase, which does come up a couple times. Field spell centric deck, and Konami hates us because terraforming is still at 1, so you got to play other ways to get it. Planet Pathfinder. You don't really need a normal summon with this deck, so this is your normal summon. Normal summon, tribute, get the field spell. This deck's pretty much all about getting the field spell so you can win. And that's really the only monsters you're really going to be normal summoning and doing anything with for the Numeron stuff, so the rest is pretty much support cards. 3 Ash Blossom. This card has rose a lot in price, but it's a good card, and it helps you going second in this deck because, oh, by the way, you're going second every single game. Helps a lot. More support cards. I'm playing right now 2 Ogre, 1 Veiler. You could make this any combination you want. You could do 3 Ogre, 3 Veiler, 2 Veiler. Doesn't really matter. I personally think this is best for the type of decks I think I'm playing. Just more hand traps. Just funnel them all in there. And, of course, going second deck, the Kaiju package. I chose to do 2 Gamma Seal, 1 Humongous, and 1 Godarla. Godarla especially with a lot of Dino decks playing Barrier Statue, and you can only summon wind monsters. You'll be able to Kaiju over that. And I also play this specific combination because I'm side decking Interrupted, but if you're not doing that, you could even cut this down to 3 to play another card and just play 3 Gamma Seal. Although you'll see later in the combo why it doesn't actually matter about the attack values of these. And the last monster, Vankertops, going second. Very good card. Onto the spells. And as I said, this is a very field spell centric deck. Numeron Network. This card is how you win. There is one play in this deck, and if you don't make it, you lose. During the main phase, when you have this card on the field, and if you control no monsters, you can send a Numeron spell card from your deck, and then its effect becomes the field spell's effect. So what you do is you get this on the field, and you activate one of your 3 Numeron Callings. What Numeron Callings does, this card is absolutely insane. If Numeron Network is on your field zone, you can summon 4 Numeron Gate Xyz monsters with different names from your extra deck. They do have to be banished during the end phase, and you can only summon 1 more time per turn after that. This is a really good card, and this is how you get your OTK and win going second. A lot of people don't like playing this at 3, but I think you have to play it at 3 because of the next cards I'm going to show you, and that's 3 Potted Desires. I mean, come on. A lot of people still don't like this card, but this deck does not have a lot of draw power. There's got to be a way for you to get the pieces you need, and this card can save you and get you those pieces, which is why I'm running 3 of almost every important card, because there's a good chance you'll banish it with Potted Desires, but you know what? It's all part of the memes here. Next, more support cards. This card, unlimited, so why not play 3? Limiter Removal. When you go ahead and summon your Numeron Xyz monsters, they're all machines, and if you're not aware, their effects is that every time they battle, they double the attack of all the other Numeron monsters. So you can do that, double it, and then double it again if you have limiter removal. And you know what, Aiden, I've had turns where I've gotten up to 16,000 attack Numeron monsters, and there's just nothing the opponent can do at that point. It's a pretty good card. Next, the most controversial card in this deck, but I played it too. Memories of Hope. the best draw card in the game, without question. If you're not aware, draw cards equal to the number of XZ monsters with different names you control. And you know how many you summon with different names every single turn? 4. This is a draw 4 if you have it in your hand after you activate Numeron calling. Absolutely ridiculous and very funny to see people's reactions. The rest is pretty much all support. 3 Chalice, it would be in permanence if I had the money to spend $20 a piece on pieces of cardboard, which I don't. 3 Cosmic Cyclone, again, spell and traps are stupid, I don't like them. And then our 1-ofs, the 1 Terraforming, Konami, bring this back to at least 2, stop killing your non-meta decks. The 1 Called Up by the Grave, bring this back to 2 as well. What are we doing? This is just stupid at this point. And the 1-for-1, because Numeron Wall is a level 1 monster, so this is essentially a 4th Numeron Wall. So that's the main deck, 40 cards. Yeah, not a whole lot going on. There's 1 combo, and I'm about to show you it after I show you the extra deck. Pretty simple. The extra deck. 2 of all of the Numeron Gate monsters. So 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, and 2 number 4. And the combo real quick that I'll show you, like I said, you activate Network, you go ahead and send Calling. Calling's effect is to summon 4 with different names, so you summon 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have all 4 of these guys. Their effects are that they cannot be destroyed by battle, and at the end of the damage step, if it battled your opponent's monster, you can detach a material and double the attack of all Numeron monsters. The thing is, while Numeron Network is on your field zone, Numeron XZ monsters can activate their effects without detaching. So what you do is, it doesn't even matter if they have like a 3,000 attack monster, it doesn't even matter. Attack into it, take 1,000, doesn't matter. Activate, double, can't be destroyed. 2,000 into it, you take 1,000, doesn't matter. Double, attack, double, attack, double. You see what I'm doing here? You just keep ramming into things until you get big enough, and you're pretty much guaranteed if you have all 4 of these other effects to have 8,000 by the last one. And again, even if that's not enough, that's when this comes in right here. Limit remove all of them, and they all get up to 16,000, and then it's game. So I play 2 of each because really, if you might get into 2 different situations where you're activating Calling a game, if you're getting past that, you're not going to win that game. You really aren't. The last XZ monster I play is 1 Numeron C1 Numeron Chaos Gate Sunya. This one is a last resort nuke button. You summon it on top of level 1, and its effect is that it banishes every card on the field. Basically, it might be monsters, unfortunately. I'm sorry, it is banish all monsters, and then in the next one of your main phases, it actually comes back, resummons itself, and inflicts burn damage equal to the combined attack of all banished XZ monsters. The rest are all link monsters, and I'll show off my utility ones first. Nightmare Phoenix, just basic spell trap removal to get into stuff. Yugioh, I haven't really got into this, but you can pretty easily, because think about it, you have 4 monsters on the field, you can summon once more per turn. Why not put the link 4 in there? Same thing here, another link 4. Why not? Bore load. You can make all of these literally on the first turn of the game if you go and pull off that combo. And then, of course, Appaloosa, really good. 4 negate Appaloosa. I don't know how many decks can make the 4 negate Appaloosa, but this one, you make Appaloosa with 4 negates, which is pretty cool. The last card, one of my favorite link monsters of all time, and this is one of the only decks that can get into it. Infinitrack Fortress Megaclops. This card is so funny. It takes 3 XZ monsters to link summon. It's unaffected by all monsters' effects except those of XZ monsters, and it cannot be destroyed by battle except by an XZ monster. So, as you probably guessed, this deck doesn't really go first very well, so most games, if you have to go first, you'll just make Megaclops and sit on it and hope they don't have something to out it. And a lot of the time they don't. Sometimes they do, and that's unfortunate, but still, very good card. Very fun to get into. And then quickly the side deck, because this deck does not like going first. You have some things to fix it. This one is not that. I do play the 3 Interrupted just in case I feel like I need it. There's some times where I feel like there's no way to get over a problem without blowing up the field first, and that's why I play all the different kaijus. And the other one that could really be sided in going first or second is just Twin Twisters, because back row. Normally, I like running the Cosmic Cyclones because I don't want to discard a card from my hand, because I need my hand a lot of the time, which is why I'm doing the Cyclones. But if you need extra spell and trap removal, if you're playing a deck that has a spell or trap that's so problematic that you need to get off the field immediately, that's why they're there. You can play up to 6 removals. And the rest are traps. to deal with going first, it's the Solemn package. You got 3 Solemn Strike, and a card that's at 3 that maybe shouldn't be, but I'm glad is Solemn Judgment. 3 of those. Go first, set these, and hey, hope for the best. That's pretty much all you can do. And yeah, that is gonna wrap up the Numeron deck profile. There is literally one combo. You put the 4 out, you ram into things, or you put the 4 out going first and sit on Mega Clops or Fornegate Appaloosa and hope you don't lose. So it's a pretty fun deck, pretty monkey brain. Especially if you're just getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or just getting back into it, I think it's a good one to pick up. Pretty cheap, outside of the Ashes. You could replace the Ashes as well with other cheaper hand traps. I just had them from when they were cheap from the structure deck. But yeah, overall, pretty fun deck, and I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Any final thoughts on Numeron's team member 8?
It's quite spicy.
It is quite spicy, and a lot of people didn't think you could play it anymore after we lost Zexal. But you can. You can still play it, and you can still have a lot of fun and catch some people off guard.
For sure. Well, hope everyone enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Yes, we will see you next time. Thank you all so much for tuning into the video. Go ahead and like and subscribe, share if you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for some more awesome deck profiles from Team Memes Not Meta.